So hello, I'm Jean-Baptiste. I'm co-founder and CEO of Flowlity. So 7 years ago, we created Flowlity. I worked for many years in the field, and we were frustrated because when we were talking to supply chain directors, everybody was complaining about their supply chain software. It's long time of implementation, low value, users complaining about it. And we thought, maybe we can do better, and maybe we can use AI to create a simpler and faster product. And I think 7 years forward, we have been successful in doing this. None of the logo you see here it was not customers 4 years ago, and now we have many customers that are live on multi-sites. We are the fastest growing supply chain planning software in France, and we received many prizes this year. Gartner, we are not customer to Gartner, elected us as the cool vendor. There is one in the world to be selected every year, and we were the one this year. So the question is, how did we do that? And I think it's all coming to a few things. Fast time to implement, fast time to value, great UI, AI in the core of the product to make everything easy for the users, to make it a seamless experience. And yeah, I think that's what it is about. So instead of talking about generalities and theory, let me walk through one customer of ours, let's say the historical one, Saint-Gobain. Saint-Gobain is a huge company. It's the company that has been created by Colbert, the Prime Minister of Louis XIV a long time ago, to build the glass in the Versailles Castle. And so it's a big business, 50 billion in turnover. When we started, we were focused on the glass manufacturing and the glass distribution and the windshield specifically distribution. It's a business where it's critical to be on time when you deliver. For example, you break your car, you go in the repair shop, you expect it to be replaced today, or by the end of the day, you have your car back. So it's critical to have the right stock at the right time in the warehouse, in the local warehouse. And there are many, many windshield references, many different cars, many different windshields. So the question for them is, should we go with the legacy software? It's a big SAP shop, or classical software like that. Or should we go for an innovative player that will bring something different and that could bring me a competitive edge? So of course, they chose us. I will explain a little bit, but at the beginning, the pain points are quite classical. They use ERP, a combination of Excel files. They do classical collaborative forecasting with sales inputs and stuff. So performance is decent, but not great. And so the goal was really to improve the service level, to digitize the full supply chain end-to-end, and improve also and boost inventory health. So that's what we did. So we started with the distribution. We started with one warehouse in Finland. So we did a pilot on this. Of course, you don't work with the large companies when you are, say, smaller companies without proving yourself. So we did a pilot, and then we deployed from one country to 27 countries in between, so in 6 months, basically, in between September to March 2023. And then we deploy the production planning and then the material replenishment on the plants. And the results have been quite good. So this is a slide or a graph from Saint-Gobain directly. So in the course of the last year, we have been improving the service level to 97%, so up to 97%, which is a big boost now in this sector, which makes them the most performant company in their field, which means that they are gaining market share and the turnover is increasing for them, which has a big impact, while reducing the inventories by 10%. So it's quite nice in terms of improvements. They are super happy. That's why we're expanding and we are signing new perimeters and expanding in Saint-Gobain Group. So how do we do that? And the question is, why are we different? Why are we unique? I think the first thing is that compared to most traditional software, we are really into real-time planning. We are automating the plan, and basically we are producing every night a forecast on the plan for our customers. And the users, what they do is actually they work by exception. They work by focusing on what matters, where they can contribute the most in terms of value. So solving exception, changing the parameters, continuous improvement. And like this, we can really drive performance more and more. And that's what is cool about that. And so we do the end-to-end, fully automated, and it also means that we are really reactive. And so when I was speaking about their business, when I'm saying you need to be reactive, because if you break your car, you need to be able to replace the windshield in the day. That's what continuous planning is about. So being able to react to disruptions that happens every day. And the cool thing about this, actually, it's actually the best advantage that we have is that you could think like AI, yeah, it's complex, black box, change management, super hard, super long. But actually, that's not what we see in terms of result. It's faster to implement. Users are complaining less than traditional software. They don't need to maintain as much parameters. Like if you go on the internet for grades that you can look, I think Flowlity is at 4.9 out of 5 today. I don't think that there are many software that are above this. So the users are actually liking it better because they are not doing everyday low-value tasks. We never fail a project. Every project we sign, we went up to being live and to be used. So actually, it's easier to implement, faster to implement, and there is less risk than the traditional planning solution where you have to do monthly or weekly cycles, and you need to every month or every week do the same repetitive process, clean the data, whatever that is painful. So that's it in a nutshell. So I didn't talk too much about the product and everything, but you can come on the booth. We can show you the product and the demo. You can see by yourself the screen. You can judge by yourself also the quality of the UX. And we are happy to discuss about any potential case that you have. Today, our customers are, let's say, 70% distribution and retail, 30% manufacturing. I think there are 2 cases where customers are coming to us. We have many customers that are, we say, mid-sized companies that are currently in Excel files and really want to digitize and don't want to invest into big planning teams to maintain like complex software. So they come to us. Or of course, we also see more and more companies that are having troubles with their current planning tools and want to something that is more modern and better and more performant. So we are stand 1. So don't hesitate to come to us. We'll be happy to answer any questions. And thank you very much for your time. Thank you.
Thank you.